What do you picture when you hear the word school? Maybe it's those long hallways lined with lockers, the smell of old books in the library, or the sound of the bell ringing to signal the end of class. For thousands of years, this has been the universal experience of growing up for so many of us. But have you ever stopped to wonder, where did it all begin? What was the very first school like? To find the answer, we have to travel way, way back in time. Not just a few hundred years, but over 5,000 years ago, to an ancient land called Sumer, in what is now modern-day Iraq. The Sumerians were incredible innovators. They gave us the wheel, writing, and you guessed it, the very first schools. But these schools, which they called adubas or tablet houses, were nothing like the schools we know today. Forget about colorful posters on the wall or playing dodgeball in the gym. The aduba was a serious, no-nonsense place. The students, they were almost exclusively boys from wealthy, elite families, the sons of scribes, governors, and priests. Their mission was to become the next generation of scribes, the most respected and powerful professionals of their time. So what was a typical day like at an aduba? Well, it was long. Students attended from sunrise to sunset. Their main and pretty much only subject was learning cuneiform, that cool-looking wedge-shaped writing system you've probably seen pictures of. They didn't have paper and pens. Instead, they used a stylus made from a reed to press marks into soft, wet clay tablets. Imagine trying to take notes on a heavy, clunky piece of clay, and the curriculum was intense. For the first few years, it was pure memorization. They had to learn hundreds of cuneiform signs, complex vocabulary lists, and mathematical formulas. There were no fun group projects or creative writing assignments. It was repetitive, painstaking work, copying the same texts over and over until they got it perfect. If they made a mistake, the discipline was harsh. Teachers, known as the school father, wouldn't hesitate to use a cane for sloppy work or talking in class. In fact, some ancient Sumerian texts are just students complaining about how many times they got caned in a single day. But here's the fascinating part. Despite the grueling routine, this was the birth of formal education. It was the first time in human history that knowledge was systematically passed down from one generation to the next in a dedicated institution. These scribes weren't just learning to write, they were becoming the record keepers of their civilization. They wrote down laws, epic poems like the Tale of Gilgamesh, business contracts, and astronomical observations. Without the aduba, without these first tough-as-nails schools, so much of what we know about the ancient world would be lost forever. So the next time you're sitting in a classroom, maybe feeling a little bored or wishing you were somewhere else, take a second to think about those Sumerian kids. They were sitting on clay benches, struggling with their clay tablets, laying the foundation for every single school, university, and library that exists today.